All right, let's read this story from CNN. Biden's comments about pandemic widen public health split over how U.S. should respond to COVID-19. I love this. They say even as the U.S. prepares for a potential winter surge of COVID-19, President Biden roamed the cavernous halls of the Detroit Auto Show for an interview on CBS's 60 Minutes, and gesturing to the mostly maskless attendees told the nation, the pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it, he told Scott Pelley, but the pandemic is over, he repeated. Let's give a round of applause to everybody.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Yay, we survived.
Everybody can go home or leave your home because the pandemic's over. It's just so crazy to me to hear this. And then, I go out and I still see people wearing masks in places that don't require them.
Yeah.
They must not know that the pandemic's over yet.
Maybe they needed this. Maybe now Joe Biden's sweet whispers will assuage their fears.
It will. A lot of people wait, unfortunately, for better or for worse, they wait for the official word, and this is the most official word you're going to get. Anything Biden says is the top official in the United States.
Well, I wouldn't worry about what the top official says. Since last year, they were saying that there was going to be a severe winter of illness and death, and they were absolutely wrong about it. I was on this show last year, and I said, COVID's over. It's done with. There's no way it could return. I was looking at the data. I was looking at the graphs, and that absolutely happened. All the restrictions, and when I mean COVID, and when I mean this kind of health mandates and these emergency issues, all of that made absolutely no sense, and we have slowly seen them dwindle because everything that they promised that was going to happen with this virus last winter never happened. And this thing was very interesting because there wasn't a speech, there wasn't an official declaration, there wasn't a parade, there wasn't even a banner. It was Joe Biden walking through a car show, nonchalantly talking to a TV show that aired his comments 5 days later saying COVID's over, which is absolutely crazy.
The one thing that the article gets right is that it said it will be a seasonal, the winter is coming, and it is seasonal. The flu has a season. Lice cases go up in September because all the kids are back in school. So when they're like, well, we're headed towards a season of COVID, it's like, yeah, we're also headed towards a season of colds and a season of flu. A lot of our illnesses are seasonal.
Let me read this quote. Quote, in a week, that's Twin Towers, right? It's a 9/11 week after week after week, said Greg Gonzalez, an epidemiologist at the Yale School of Public Health. I just want to point out that people die from like congenital heart failure and from peanut allergies and other things. And it seems like the COVIDian, that's the word, right? It's like a cult almost. These people are like hyper focused on one thing. It's like, bro, look at flu deaths, right?
Yeah.
I think they're about probably half or so. But if you're really saying it's a 9/11 every week, okay, look at car accidents. Like how many car accidents are there every week? Someone want to look it up?
Yeah.
My point is, you're only talking about one thing. Are we really going to shut down the world because there's a thing that causes people to die? That's
107,000 people overdosed on fentanyl last year, and divided by 52 weeks, that's 2,057 per week. So, that's another thing that is a Twin Towers every week.
How many car accidents per year?
I've got 38,800 per year. So what is that?
38,000
How many
divided by
fentanyl was
52. 107,000 died of just fentanyl.
So we're looking at 746 deaths a week in 2019 from car accidents in the United States.
What about like heart failure?
I think that's the
number
leading
one
cause of death.
Yeah.
Is heart disease.
Heart disease, huh?
Heart disease.
So we got to shut it all down. We got to shut it all down. And we got to do it again because people have heart disease.
And to shut down the world for heart disease means shut down the gym. Right, shut down all the gyms,
Lock
the parks,
them in their rooms.
make them order Uber Eats.
No, I get it. It's contagious. What's
per day? So it looks like COVID is about 7 times as many deaths as there were car accident deaths.
Yeah. But what about heart failure?
Heart disease, I'm still looking for that.
What about obesity? How many people die every year from obesity?
I think that's not ever really the cause. It's that'll bring on something else that will kill you.
Yeah.
And it tends to be a comorbidity.
Cancer deaths per year.
300,000 people die every year due to obesity.
Whoa.
Wow.
And it's an epidemic. They say
really
obesity
is.
epidemic.
Yeah.
So that's like 6,000 a day.
600,000 die of cancer every year in America.
Whoa.
I got to say, we had Drew Pinsky on the show last Friday, and he's a doctor, Dr. Drew, and was talking about Paxlovid and how people are having not breakthrough cases, but rebound cases, which I don't know exactly what a COVID rebound case is. Are you guys?
It's when you test negative and then you test
listen.
positive again.
So I think what's
obesity.
happening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is that COVID is still here? Like I can feel it. I can feel my back in the same place where I got really sick before. I can see that I can still sense it, but I have an immunity built up now to it. So it's going to be here like the flu virus.
Obesity is 2 9/11s per week. Apparently now we are going to be measuring deaths in 9/11s because that's what, and I know it's kind of silly, but they've been doing that since the beginning of COVID. Like when COVID deaths were really high, they were like 9/11 every day, and it's like, is this a unit of measurement? I think Bill Maher made a joke about it.
Yeah.
Like, are we using it as a unit of
How many
measurement now?
Reichstags?
Well,
burned
it's because you
per
can
day?
point to the 9/11 people and see who supported them, who sympathizes with them, and if you don't believe in COVID, and if you don't believe in vaccines, and if you don't believe in masking, so you support the terrorists.
Yeah.
And in 9/11, and for those of us who remember when all of it happened, were you even born when 9/11 happened? When 9/11 happened, if you were like, well, I think this is ridiculous, it was like, oh, so you want the terrorists to win, huh? It's like, no, I don't want the terrorists to win. I just don't think this is the right approach.
Well,